Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another card video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm going to be using a couple stamp sets from Tim Holtz. I'm using Bird Crazy and also the Crazy Things accessory set that kind of goes with it that just came out. Those accessories were ones that after he saw my card a few months back, he contacted me and said, "We love this idea of accessories. Will you illustrate some for us?" And I was so honored and absolutely said yes. So I'm going to be using some of my own stamps today, which is kind of fun. So I've stamped the bird twice. I'm going to die cut both of them. And now I'm using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to watercolor these illustrations. So I'm going to turn on some music. It's very happy dance music. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll catch up with you when I'm ready to cut them out. So after all of that watercoloring was done, it's time to die cut and cut these little pieces out. You may have noticed that I stamped that gift box twice. That's because I didn't like the color combination with that yellow, so I decided to just do another one in gray. So these are the dies that match the Bird Crazy stamp set. And these dies are so intricate. They're amazing. They cut right up against the line. You won't have any white edges, or at least you shouldn't have any white edges. You have to be really careful. I thought I'd be okay using my magnetic platform on the larger bird to the outline die, but as you can see, it was a little bit off. So I just took my scissors and cut off any of that white along that one side, and no one will even know that I had a problem die cutting. But because there was a little white edge showing on those feathers on the top of the bird's head, I just decided to coat those with some black marker. And then I also went around the outside edge of this die cut and painted, for lack of a better term, the white core of that watercolor paper. And it's just going to make it look like I've cut out all these pieces perfectly. And even on the perfectly die cut eyes and beak and wing, I still went over those edges with my black marker just to make sure that everything looked nice and neat. I put some foam adhesive behind these pieces and then used my tweezers to adhere them down onto the bird. This just gives a lot of really fun dimension to the bird. I think it's such a fun idea to have all these pieces cut out and popped up off the surface of the bird. And also, if you make a mistake coloring something, you can always just pop something up above it too. I also took a little bit of the orange watercolor and just filled in that white area around the bird's feet. I then trimmed out the party hat, the balloon, and the presents. And I did the same thing that I did with the bird. I took this black marker. This is a Memento Tuxedo black marker. You could use any brush tip black marker that you'd like, especially since we've already done our watercoloring, so you don't have to worry about anything smearing or whatever. And just paint those edges. So now I've got some white Neenah cardstock here. This is Solar White, and I've cut it down to be slightly smaller than an A2 card. So it is 5 1/4 wide by 4 inches tall. And I'm just arranging everything on here and adhering it down with some foam adhesive. And I did pop up the bird and the party hat by doubling up on that foam adhesive. Because the balloon had the shading on the wrong side, I just took a black pen and did some cross hatching on the bottom. And then I stamped some sentiments from this huge sentiment stamp set that's also from Tim Holtz. It's a great one. It's got lots of sayings and it goes perfectly with all of these crazy birds or the crazy things accessories. So then I took some black baker's twine. This is some baker's twine from Doodlebug, and I tied that around the bottom of the balloon. Now I'm taking some Ranger Multimedia Matte. I'm just squeezing that out onto my fingertip, and I'm going to run the baker's twine through the matte medium. And what it's going to do is it's going to make that string a little bit more stiff. And it's also going to allow me to adhere it down onto the bird exactly where I want it. So I wanted that string to look like it's being held by the bird's wing, and then have it wrap around and kind of curly Q on top of the present. So I did run a little line of adhesive on the present and then moved that string into place. And it's still a little bit sticky since I did run it through, so you kind of have to be careful, but eventually it did stick down to exactly where I wanted it, so it turned out perfectly. I'm going to take my corner chomper and I'm going to use the 1/4 inch rounder and just round all 4 corners on this piece here. Then I'm taking a black note card that I've created out of some licorice twist cardstock, and I'm just adhering that down with some foam adhesive. So to finish off the card, I added a few details. I added some white dots using my Uniball Signo Broad Gel Pen on top of the present. And then I took my glossy accents and coated the bird's eyes, the bird's beak, the dots on the party hat, as well as the little tuft of streamers on top of the party hat, whatever it is, and then also this deflated balloon. So this card is very reminiscent of a card that I made a while back, the one that I drew the party hat and the balloon onto. So I really love that there are now stamps that go along with this, and you don't have to worry about drawing all those additional elements. So I did some Wink of Stella glitter on that bow on the present. And then here you can see all the dimension on this card. I think it's super cute. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for another card video. Thanks for watching. On screen, I have 3 more videos for you to check out. The first one is that card that I was referring to, where I drew on the party hat and the balloon. So this was a card made before that Crazy Things stamp set was available. The middle video is one that I also did with the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers, as well as that last video on the right. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.